Imagine a time before cities, before cars, before phones. People wandered in small groups living off the land. Then something extraordinary happened. Humans built the first city, Catalhoyuk, in what is now Turkey. By studying Catalhoyuk, we glimpsed the birth of civilization, how people came together, built homes, and changed the world. This is where our journey as city dwellers began. Close your eyes and imagine traveling back in time nearly 10,000 years. You find yourself in a bustling city unlike any you've ever seen. There are no streets, no cars, just a honeycomb of houses built side by side. This is Catalhoyuk, a city buzzing with life. People are busy with their daily tasks. Some are farming the nearby land, while others are crafting tools or creating beautiful art. Children are playing, their laughter echoing through the narrow spaces between the houses. Life here is different from anything we know today. Homes are entered through the roof, and people walk across rooftops to visit their neighbors. The air hums with activity, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people of Catalhoyuk. Join us as we journey back to this time, exploring the wonders and innovations of this ancient city. Discover how a community thrived in a time so different from our own. Uncover the secrets of Catalhoyuk and learn how this ancient city shaped the future of humanity. For thousands of years, humans lived as nomads. They traveled the land in small groups, following the herds of animals they hunted for food. They gathered wild plants and berries to supplement their meals. Life was uncertain, a constant search for sustenance. Around 10,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. People discovered that they could plant seeds and grow their own food. This discovery, the birth of agriculture, changed everything. No longer dependent on hunting and gathering, humans could stay in one place. This newfound stability allowed people to build more permanent shelters. They began to gather in larger numbers, forming the first villages. These early communities were small, but they represented a fundamental shift in human behavior. The shift from nomadic life to settled agriculture was gradual but profound. It marked the beginning of a new era, one defined by cooperation, innovation, and the growth of human civilization. As villages grew larger, people discovered the benefits of living and working together. Cooperation allowed them to cultivate more land, build stronger shelters, and defend themselves more effectively. Shared resources and knowledge led to advancements in farming techniques. People learned to irrigate their crops, increasing yields and ensuring a more reliable food supply. This surplus food freed some individuals to specialize in other crafts. With specialization came the need for trade. Villages began to exchange goods and services, fostering a sense of interdependence and shared prosperity. This growing web of connections laid the foundation for larger, more complex societies. The power of community was evident in the construction of communal buildings and spaces. These structures served as gathering places for rituals, celebrations, and decision-making, further strengthening social bonds. Catalhoyuk, nestled in a fertile plain in Anatolia, Turkey, emerged as one of the most remarkable examples of early urban life. Established around 9,500 years ago, it grew to house thousands of people, becoming a bustling hub of activity. Unlike cities today with streets and roads, Catalhoyuk was a dense cluster of mud brick houses built right next to each other. People entered their homes through ladders leading down from the roof. This unique design provided security and protection from the elements. Inside their homes, the people of Catalhoyuk decorated their walls with vibrant murals depicting animals, hunting scenes, and religious figures. These early forms of art offer glimpses into their beliefs, values, and understanding of the world around them. The remains of Catalhoyuk reveal a society on the cusp of transformation. The transition from village life to city life was well underway, setting the stage for the rise of even greater civilizations. Imagine walking through Catalhoyuk, its walls a maze bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. You wouldn't find any front doors here. Instead, people entered their homes through openings in the roofs, using ladders to climb down into their living spaces. These homes, built closely together like a honeycomb, were made of mud brick, baked hard under the Anatolian sun. The rooftops formed a continuous terrace, a communal space where people moved about, socialized, and carried out daily chores. Inside, the homes were surprisingly cozy. Hearths glowed at their centers, providing warmth and light. Platforms built against the walls served as beds and benches, covered with woven mats and animal skins for comfort. Storage spaces were ingeniously tucked into walls and floors. This unique architectural design fostered a strong sense of community. Neighbors were easily accessible, and daily life unfolded in a shared space, blurring the lines between private and public. Life in Catalhoyuk revolved around the bounty of the land. The people were skilled farmers, cultivating crops like wheat, barley, and lentils in the fertile plains surrounding the city. These staples formed the foundation of their diet. They also domesticated animals, raising sheep and goats for meat, milk, and wool. Hunting continued to be important, supplementing their diet with wild game like deer and boar. The people of Catalhoyuk were not just farmers and hunters, but skilled cooks as well. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of clay ovens used to bake bread, as well as grinding stones for processing grains. They also found traces of fruits, nuts, and herbs, suggesting a varied and flavorful cuisine. Food was not just a necessity in Catalhoyuk, but a source of social connection. Meals were shared with family and neighbors, strengthening bonds and reinforcing a sense of community. The people of Catalhoyuk possessed a rich spiritual life, evident in their art and rituals. Their homes were adorned with murals painted directly onto the walls, depicting animals, hunting scenes, and stylized human figures. These murals were not mere decorations, they were expressions of belief, stories painted onto their living spaces. Some scholars believe they held religious significance, perhaps depicting deities or scenes from mythology. Sculptures, often carved from stone or clay, also played a role in their spiritual practices. Small figurines of women, often depicted with exaggerated features representing fertility, were common. These mother goddess figures, as they are sometimes called, suggest a reverence for feminine power and the cycle of life. The people of Catalhoyuk buried their dead beneath the floors of their homes, a practice suggesting a belief in an afterlife and a desire to keep their ancestors close. Offerings of food and tools were often buried with the deceased, further evidence of their complex spiritual beliefs. Imagine waking up in Catalhoyuk, the soft light of dawn filtering through the roof opening. You climb down the ladder from your sleeping platform and greet your family. The air is already alive with the sounds of the city awakening. You join your family for a simple breakfast of bread and perhaps some fruit. Afterward, you might help with chores, tending to the small garden on the rooftop, grinding grain, or weaving baskets. Children play on the rooftops, their laughter echoing through the maze of homes. As the day progresses, you might join your neighbors in the communal spaces, exchanging news, sharing stories, or participating in rituals. Trade might bring you into contact with people from nearby villages, offering glimpses of the wider world. As the sun sets, painting the mud brick walls in warm hues, you return to your home, sharing a meal with your family around the hearth. Stories are told, songs are sung, and the bonds of community are strengthened in the flickering firelight. Life in Catalhoyuk wasn't just about survival. It was a hotbed of innovation. The most significant change was the rise of agriculture. Instead of chasing animals across the land, people learned to grow their own food. Imagine the moment someone planted a seed and it sprouted, offering a promise of sustenance. The shift to farming wasn't sudden. It was a gradual learning process. People in Catalhoyuk cultivated wheat, barley, peas, and lentils. They even experimented with different farming techniques, learning to irrigate their fields for better yields. This agricultural revolution meant a steady food supply. People no longer worried about going hungry, leading to a population boom. This abundance also freed up time, allowing some individuals to specialize in other crafts, planting the seeds for a more complex society. The success of agriculture in Catalhoyuk had a ripple effect, influencing the development of farming practices across the globe. It was a turning point in human history, marking our transition from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers. a change that laid the foundation for civilization itself. The people of Catalhoyuk were true innovators, mastering the resources around them. Clay from riverbanks became bricks for their homes and vessels for daily life. Their pottery, adorned with intricate designs, showcased their creativity. They also prized obsidian, shaping it into sharp tools and mirrors. These innovations fueled their success in hunting, farming, and building. The surplus of food and the specialization in crafts led to another defining characteristic of city life: trade. Catalhoyuk, with its abundance of resources and skilled artisans, became a hub for trade. People from surrounding villages and settlements converged on this bustling city, bringing their own unique goods and resources. Imagine caravans arriving at Catalhoyuk, laden with timber from distant forests, precious stones from far-off mountains, and exotic goods from coastal communities. The marketplace would have been a vibrant tapestry of sights, sounds, and smells. This exchange of goods went beyond material possessions. It was a conduit for the exchange of ideas, knowledge, and culture. Traders returning from their journeys brought back new techniques, stories, and beliefs, enriching the cultural landscape of Catalhoyuk. This early form of trade cemented the city's position as a center of innovation and cultural exchange, shaping the social and economic fabric of the region. It laid the groundwork for the complex trade networks that would come to define future civilizations, connecting people and cultures across vast distances. As Catalhoyuk grew, so did the need for organization. A city of thousands required a different kind of structure than a small village. While evidence of a rigid hierarchy is debated, it's clear that some form of social structure emerged, guiding daily life and ensuring the city's smooth functioning. Religious leaders likely held significant influence, their interpretations of the spiritual world shaping rituals and beliefs. Skilled artisans, with their knowledge of craft and trade, may have gained a respected position in society. The construction of large communal buildings, distinct from residential dwellings, points towards a collective effort guided by a shared vision. These spaces likely served as gathering places for rituals, celebrations, and perhaps even decision-making. This gradual development of social structure, though different from the complex hierarchies of later civilizations, was a necessary step in managing the complexities of urban life. It demonstrates an early understanding of the need for organization and leadership in a large interconnected community. Catalhoyuk, though ancient, shaped the course of human civilization. It stands as a testament to our ancestors' ingenuity and adaptability. This first city was a crucible of innovation, where new ways of living emerged. Its legacy lives on in our cities, our societies, and our drive to collaborate and innovate. The story of Catalhoyuk is a story of human potential, one that continues today. While millennia separate us from the people of Catalhoyuk, their story still resonates with surprising relevance. The challenges they faced, from ensuring a stable food supply to fostering a sense of community, are challenges we still grapple with today, albeit in a different context. Their innovative spirit, their mastery of materials, and their drive to create a thriving society serve as enduring inspirations. The interconnectedness of life in Catalhoyuk, where communal spaces fostered a strong sense of belonging, offers valuable lessons for our modern world grappling with increasing isolation and fragmentation. Their artistic expressions, from intricate murals to stylized figurines, remind us of the enduring power of art to convey beliefs, tell stories, and connect us across time and cultures. The legacy of Catalhoyuk extends beyond the physical remnants of their city. It lives on in the values they embodied. Their emphasis on community, their respect for the natural world, and their spirit of innovation continue to inspire us to create a more just, sustainable, and interconnected world for future generations. The story of Catalhoyuk reminds us that our journey is a tapestry woven from countless lives and experiences. Once a thriving city, now silent, Catalhoyuk still speaks to us. Its lessons, resilience, innovation, and community endure. As we face an uncertain future, Catalhoyuk offers a guiding light. Even in adversity, we can shape our destiny and create a brighter tomorrow.